Hey, it's James Canzanella, and welcome to my course where I'm going to show you how to leverage other Instagram accounts to be able to grow your following. So there's a few things you may or may not need for this. I'm basically going to run through on my iPhone and show you the few ways you can do this, okay? It's very simple to do, and before I get into it, I want to tell you the idea, and it's basically doing an S for S, which is also called a shout out for shout out, okay? On Instagram, when I basically log into my profile here, you're going to see that shout outs are huge. People are always doing them because they want to grow their accounts. So what happens is you post a picture that says, hey, go follow whatever the person's username is, and you use the @ symbol so they can click on it. Go click there and follow them. And then basically that person on their audience does the same exact thing. So it's kind of like if you're familiar with list building when it comes to ad swapping, where you send a link to their squeeze page and they send a link to your squeeze page, okay? I adapted this initially starting off with Facebook because I was very big on ad swaps at the time. This was many years back. And I literally grew a fitness page from 0 to like almost 90,000 using all 100% free traffic. So I've used this on Instagram. I've used it on a few other profiles, not the one I'm going to be showing you here. So there's no examples, but if you doubt the ability that it works, just type in shout out on Instagram and you'll see exactly why. So with all that being said, that's the introduction. The first thing you might need is WordDream. Now this is a free app, as you can see on the bottom there. It's called WordDream, and what this allows you to do is create pictures and have some like funky text on them, okay? And the reason you might need this, okay, is because whenever you're putting something on Instagram, you're gonna need a picture. So there's two steps to this. You can either look for people who want, you can look for people who want shout outs, or you can basically post on your own little, profile, say like, hey, want to do a shout out. So I'm going to show you how to create the image. Okay, so let's do image. Let's see, I'm just going to find a picture from my album and I'll be right back. All right, awesome. So this is WordDream. What we're going to do here is sure. Okay, tap here. Let's do this. I know, I've used this before. Jeez. It's giving me the tutorials. Anyway. There we go. So in the beginning, you can just do shout out for shout out, question mark. Okay, save and close. Okay, what I want to do is make this bigger. So let's go to text, actually style. Okay, just so you can see it. That'd be perfect, okay? Move it up a little more, sure. Okay, so let's just do save. I'm gonna save this picture in the top right. All right, cool. So another one would be, what I'm gonna do is edit this photo and do check the description. Okay, so there's two types of photos that you can use for this, okay? One's going to be, like I just showed you, asking if people want to do a shout out. The next one's going to be after you've initiated that there's going to be a shout out, you need a picture like this that says like, check the description to follow whoever, okay? This is going to get people looking in the description because that's where it's going to say, hey, follow or click on this user's name and follow them, okay? So I'm going to save this as well. Awesome. Okay, so I'm done with that. We have two pictures. Now let's go to Instagram. Any awesome notifications? Whatever. Okay, so either way, what I want to do here is just show you how ridiculous this is. Shout out. Okay, shout out. 40,799,915 public posts. Do you think a lot of people are doing this? Yes. Do you think a lot of people want shoutouts? Yes. Do you think sexy feet shoutouts is going to do it for you? Probably not, okay? Don't go to them just because I said so. I don't know why I'm saying that, but anyway, let's do shoutouts. Okay, 17,547,416 public posts, okay? Apparently we have some weird shoutouts down there if you happen to catch that. Anyway, S for S. Once again, this is shout out for shout out. 23 million, okay? Shouting out might be one, okay? That's only 13,000. So if you write this a lot of different ways, there'll be like shout out for shout out, okay? See, 9 million. So these are tags you're gonna wanna use if you first post that picture, okay? So for example, let me go to, okay, what I'm gonna do is upload that picture that I originally created, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so this is the picture. Let's say I want to see if anyone wants to do a shout out for shout out. This way, I don't recommend as much because I feel it's not going to be as targeted, but hey, we're going to do it anyway just in case you want to. Okay, so would you like to do a shout out? Then say DM me. Okay, DM is direct message. Okay, that's where you can send a message to your inbox. What I have right now is probably a lot of people spamming me, but either way, what you want to do is add those tags. So S for S, okay? There's going to be a lot of them, as you can see. Now let's start typing in shout out. Okay, all you have to do is type in shout out, and there's going to be tons of them for you to post. Now you can do shout out again. Ooh, not shoot out. Shout out. Okay, shout outs. I have a big mic in front of me, so it's tough to see. Shout out for shout out. Okay, so what you're going to do is you want to put as many of these as possible. I'm not going to go through all these. I believe 30 is the most that you can use for tags or hashtags, whatever you want to call them. So I'd recommend using as many as possible because the more that you use, the more exposure you're going to get, the more people are going to see this. So then I would just hit OK. And then I would hit share in the top right. I'm not going to share this because I'm not doing it right now. I'm just showing you by example. So that would allow basically people to start messaging you. Okay, let's go back. What I prefer to do is basically looking for people that are in your field and contacting them. So, because if I just put shout out for shout out and people see that in the feed, people could have like a fitness page, they could have a nutrition page, they could have a book page, they could have a TV page, they could have a seaweed wrap page, they could have one of those weight loss wrap things that you like, I don't know, they're so popular, whatever it is, okay? They could have anything is what I'm getting at. And it's not going to be as exactly targeted. So what I would recommend doing is kind of being a go-getter, seeing if anyone in your niche would like to do that. And you want to make sure they have a similar following to you, okay? So if you have like 10 followers, please don't do this, okay? One, it's not going to be worth the effort. Get your followers up. It's very easy to do. Use Instagram, start following people. They will follow you back. But with that being said, make sure you have a good enough amount of followers so that when you do it, you actually can grow them for both people. Like I've messaged people before knowing the answer was going to be no. They had like 1 million followers. I probably had like 10 or 15,000. I'm like, hey, let's do a shout out for shout out. And they just kind of laughed at me. Okay, so that's kind of the idea. Don't go to someone with all these followers that are probably not going to shout out you back unless you'd like to pay them for it. And that's an option, okay? But if you want to do this for free, what I would recommend you do, you could always just do like affiliate marketing. Let's do tags. Sure. Okay, so say I'm basically in the affiliate marketing area. What I'd want to look for is someone with a page. Like I click on this, freedom exit here, 500 followers. Okay. So this would be pretty good. What is this? Marketing, promotions, technology. Okay. Send message.